Welcome to the American College of Greece 2018 Alba Graduate Business School graduation. I'm pleased to present to you the Alba Graduate Business School graduates of 2018.
I welcome you proudly and enthusiastically to this commencement ceremony. In some ways, this evening's event represents the culmination not only of the academic efforts of our graduates, but also the efforts of the Alba and the American College of Greece communities to combine for greater and sustainable educational, social, and economic impact. In 2012, a strategic alliance was formed between the American College of Greece and the Alba Association, which was founded in 1992 to oversee and operate Greece's first independent graduate business school. In 2017, the integration of Alba Graduate Business School within the American College of Greece was formally completed. Tonight's commencement is historic because it is the first Alba graduation that takes place within this wider ACG organizational framework. For this reason, it is entirely fitting and gives me great pleasure to begin this commencement by acknowledging the singular contribution of an individual who has played a unique role in the development of Alba and in Alba's affiliation with and now integration within the American College of Greece. This evening's honoree joins, as your commencement program reveals, an impressive list of previous American College of Greece honorary degree recipients, including distinguished educators such as the presidents of Harvard University, the University of Chicago, Boston University, Boston College, Northeastern University, and Tufts University, United States senators and other political leaders, church leaders including the Ecumenical Patriarch, as well as other exemplary individuals whose contributions to society reflect the ideals to which the American College of Greece is committed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chair of the Alba Association, Niarchos M. Ebeoglu. Professor of Finance and Kitty Kyriakopoulos Chair, Dr. Nikos Travlos, will read the citation. Executive Dean Kostas Exarloglu and Dean of Academic Administration and Registrar Vivi Costa will assist in the investiture.
Nico Michail Ebeoglu, you have been a beacon in the Greek business world and were pivotal in bringing the profession of management consulting to Greece. Born in Athens, Greece, your family background of entrepreneurs from Asia Minor instilled in you early on the sense of making something of yourself through solid education, hard work, and an emphasis on speaking foreign languages. You graduated with an engineering degree from the Athens National Technical University. While still an undergraduate student, your skills with the French language brought you into contact with European management experts on productivity from the organization later known as OECD, OSA. Working with these experts as an interpreter for lectures and discussions throughout Greece led you to take a road less frequently taken by engineers and devote your energies to management and management consulting. In 1967, you co-founded Methody Business Planning and Methods, the first ever all-Greek management consulting firm. As its managing director for 40 years, you grew the business into a thriving elite management consulting agency. In the 1970s, you taught management programs at both undergraduate and graduate levels in Greek state universities, and later continued teaching at other institutions such as the Greek Naval War College, the Greek National Defense School, the Greek Public Administration School, and the Greek Air Force College. In fact, you have taught more than 390 training programs to more than 19,000 executives in 29 Greek cities. From 1984 to 2018, you have been an integral part of the Hellenic Management Association, EDE, where you devoted 30 years of service, 24 of which in high-level board positions, including the association's chair. In 1992, you accepted an invitation to lead another association that would later become the Alba Graduate Business School, the first graduate business school in Greece. You have been a member of Alba's board of directors since 1992, serving as both the board chair and as the chief executive officer, helping the organization to flourish throughout your tenure. You have worked on numerous boards of directors and with non-profit organizations and programs, as diverse as the Hellenic Entrepreneurship Organization, Λέσχη Επιχειρηματικότητος, the World Wildlife Fund Greece, and EGG, Enter, Grow, Go, an independent organization created to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in Greece, and of course, to the American College of Greece. You were a key planner and partner in the 2012 strategic alliance between Alba and the American College of Greece, and you have worked tirelessly to assure the best possible implementation of this very promising but equally complex initiative.
And so, Nikos Sabeaglu, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the American College of Greece, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, admitting you to all the rights, privileges, dignities, and immunities pertaining thereto. In witness thereof, I invest you with this hood and present you with this diploma.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For literally tens of thousands hours of teaching, lecturing, and public speaking, this is the first time that I am addressing an audience, as you have just witnessed, not as a mere Mr. Ebeoglu, but as a Dr. Ebeoglu. So with your permission, I would like to elaborate a little on how thankful I feel about this. First of all, I feel thankful because my degree is an honorary one, which means that I did not plan for it, worked for it, and finally succeeded in receiving it, a just compensation of my ambition and efforts. All my life, I had tried and still try always to do my best. And I was ever grateful whenever this best proved to be good enough. So this is how I feel right now, grateful. Beauty, as the saying goes, is in the eye of the beholder. And so I thank the American College of Greece for having found that my life's work is worthy of an honorary doctorate. I'm even further thankful because with this honorary doctorate has delivered me from a chronic guilt feeling. Throughout my working years, there were so many people who have been calling me Dr. Ebeoglu, although I did not have a doctorate, nor have ever hinted that I have it, that finally I despaired of setting the record straight. And as a consequence, I had the nagging guilt of whoever knowingly does not correct a flattering compliment about oneself, the guilt of being an accomplice in deceit. At last, now I'm free. I have never even unintentionally deceived anyone. Those who had called me Dr. Ebeoglu, it seems that they had a straight line of vision into the future. Finally, I am thankful because I have been presented with this honorary doctorate during an Alba commencement. I am indeed delighted that I am able to share this special moment in my life with the Alba community, to whose creation and development I am proud I have contributed. To you, ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, I address, first of all, my heartfelt, well-deserved congratulations. I add my warmest wishes for all the best in your professional and private lives. But I also address to you an invitation. The invitation, from time to time, starting right now, to revisit and reflect upon the two fundamental notions that inform your choice of studies and career perspectives: business and management. They both evolve over time and sometimes take exceptional and strange forms. But I still wish to insist on you and try to ask you to try to remember that a business organization exists just to offer products to those willing to acquire them on terms acceptable to them. Profit is foremost and primarily a prerequisite for the autonomous survival of the business organization. And also, please try to remember that a business organization is nothing more and nothing less than a group of people working together. And management is nothing more and nothing less than the art and science of effective group work. Leadership is impossible without the exercise of power, but it's also impossible if power is not appropriately exercised. One last remark before closing. Those of you, admittedly few and inevitably few, who know me personally, have been aware that for many years I have tried to explain to whomever was willing to listen to me that whatever I have achieved in my adult life, I owe to my wife. So it is only natural that now I'm dedicating this honorary degree in law. My wife was the lawyer in the family until now. I dedicate it, in the words of a 1960 Broadway musical, to my critic, my partner, the flavor of my life, to my wife.
I'm privileged to present to you the highest achievement award. So I would like all of us to welcome Ms. Angeliki Kanelopoulou from our Executive MBA program, who had the highest performance, academic performance of all the graduating students.
Good evening, President Horner, Dean Axargloglu, esteemed faculty and administration, distinguished and beloved guests, dear class of 2018. There was only one way I thought I could start this address, and that was to be upfront with you and admit how overwhelmed I am to be standing here. During the course of the past 20 months, I was reluctantly aware that I was doing well in my classes, but I never expected this. So thank you very much. I'm deeply honored. In 2016, when I set out on this venture, in the midst of probably the worst crisis this country has seen since World War II, I needed to feel some kind of advancement, progress, and growth. Looking for the next step of my professional development, I realized I had to exit the margins of my academic background and the strict confines of my profession. More than a business attorney, I wanted to become a business partner to the executives that were my clients, to be able to understand their considerations, constraints, and methods, gain a strategic perspective on the business, and provide a meaningful contribution to the achievement of their goals. To do so, I had to step far outside my comfort zone, bypass quite a few obstacles, ignore the skeptics in my way, and challenge some deeply rooted stereotypes. The solid support of the Alba academic staff, the inspiring guidance of the world-renowned EMBA faculty, and the unwavering confidence of a few select business colleagues made the task just a little bit easier. But make no mistake, the number one reason why each and every one of us is sitting here tonight is ourselves. We did it. You did it. So give yourselves a round of applause to celebrate another battle won. And it was a tough battle, wasn't it? Juggling between work and studies, family and duties, business and pleasure, racing against time and life as they were passing us by. Many people ask me if the EMBA was hard. Yes, it was hard. It was challenging to the mind, demanding on the body, and harsh on the spirit. But it was worth it. In Alba, we found a hidden oasis of inspiration and optimism, a sanctuary from a world that was crumbling around us as our country, our economy, and the very fabric of our society was seemingly falling to pieces. In the EMBA, we found stimulation and rejuvenation. We opened our minds, challenged our preconceptions, and embraced a world of progress and evolution, far from the numbing realities of our everyday struggles. This is not to say that the EMBA preached a utopia. On the contrary, I think we were all surprised to find that despite an average 19.2 years of working experience between us, there were still so many practical things to be learned and new ideas that would actually be implemented. If I were to sum up the EMBA in 2 words, those would be strategic view. What the course gave us was a new perspective to issues that were all too familiar, and that is priceless. The EMBA taught us that no matter how hectic everyday work is, as leaders, we need to stop, take a step back, look at the situation and at ourselves, take notice of the subtle points that may not be screaming for our attention, think of where we want to go, compare it to where we can go, and make a plan. If you think about it, this is actually not bad advice for the rest of our lives also, isn't it? Another thing that surprised us is that we had fun. We had lots of fun. I think none of us expected that in a group averaging 43.8, that's right, years of age, we would bond as a team, live in the moment, laugh out loud, make fun of ourselves, and forge friendships, some of which may very well prove to be lifelong. So let's hear it for the awesome and the gang. At the end of this incredible journey, I find myself empowered by my new business skills, while keeping my legal knowledge in my arsenal. I'm standing at the opening of a new horizon. We're all standing at the opening of a new horizon, at the dawn of a new era, with endless possibilities within our reach. Whether you'll be working for a big or a small corporation, or embarking on your own business endeavors, take our Alba heritage, apply it in our unusual way, break the barriers, and make your business truly global. Not necessarily in geography, but most importantly, in attitude. In closing, I can only say thank you. Thank you to my professors, to my classmates, and to a few people who had my back and helped me get here. You know who you are. And to all of you, class of 2018, congratulations. Go out tonight and celebrate. You deserve it. And as of tomorrow, get out and make our country better. We are depending on you.
Dear Alba graduates, congratulations. You successfully completed a very challenging learning journey, the Alba learning journey, and you should be proud of it. Congratulations to your loved ones for their support, patience, and willingness to share you with Alba during your studies at Alba. And a deep, deep appreciation and thanks to the Alba team, our faculty, our administrators' colleagues for co-creating your learning journey at Alba. Dear graduates, welcome to the era of learning agility. We live in an age of extreme information overload. The ability to distinguish value from noise has never been more critical. In a disruptive and nonlinear world, what is important or meaningful or valuable today most likely will not be relevant tomorrow. We all need to comprehend complex and unknown economic and social patterns fast and effectively. We need the skills and competencies that allow us to learn something in one situation and apply it in a different one, to gather patterns from one context and use them in another so that we can make sense out of something we have never seen or done before. To adapt quickly to the newly evolved or still evolving norms and patterns. We need to learn not just in case, but just in time, a learning agility to help us adapt and apply ourselves in constantly changing first-time conditions. Agile learners take knowledge from one concept and apply it to another. They experiment and forge connections across different disciplines. Learning becomes dynamic and continuous, and we all need to develop an attitude for perpetual learning, where we all own, direct, and connect our learning journeys. At Alba, you have been empowered to develop and orchestrate a holistic approach for learning, a new mindset, and a key capability in order to navigate through disruption. An evolving mindset for learning agility that ignites you to conceptualize your learning in ways that you can utilize and integrate in future unprecedented contexts and challenges. During your Alba studies, you were challenged to stretch your mind, to create new mind maps, and to develop unique learning networks that now affect your thinking patterns, the decisions you make, and the interaction you have. Your Alba learning journey required attention, intention, effort, and repetition, and most of the time, it pushed you beyond your limits and your comfort zone. And your learning became agile when it forged connections across boundaries, transferring knowledge from one task, memory, or field to another, facilitating cross-fertilization of ideas to develop new concepts, meanings, and value. Of course, you know very well that learning takes time. It takes effort, it takes commitment, but your learning agility is now your pathway to knowledge, your intellectual wealth. And unlike monetary wealth, you don't lose knowledge when you use it. Instead, you gain self-esteem, confidence, meaningful relations, personal growth. Your learning agility gives you a window into the future and the past. It lets you roam across space, time, and continents, and makes life infinitely richer and indeed more interesting and exciting. Dear graduates, today you become part of a growing family of more than 4,000 Alba alumni and 50,000 American College of Greece alumni around the world. Today, you are graduating from Alba, which for the last 25 years, and against all odds, nurtures a business-relevant academic excellence learning environment and educates visionary leaders to become catalysts of change and progress in the society. Now Alba, within the family of the American College of Greece, advances its mission in educating multidisciplinary business leaders for the era of disruption, with deep understanding and appreciation of management and technology, who decide, behave, and act with humanistic and ethical values. Continue to be part of the American College of Greece multidisciplinary learning ecosystem. Be actively part of it, benefit from the evolution of the interdisciplinary knowledge within it, and become learners for life. Knowledge is power. Sir Francis Bacon's famous Enlightenment quote is always relevant. In a connected, digital, and disruptive world, as knowledge exceeds itself in unexpected and unpredictable ways, learning evolves into an imperative competence for learners and business leaders. In the digital enlightenment era of disruption, learning is timely, but also timeless. Learning is power. Dear graduates, keep learning. The future belongs to curious, flexible, and passionate minds. Congratulations. And for the deep of my heart, speaking as a teacher, I wish you the best for a happy and fulfilling life. Thank you.